Okay, we're here in San Diego at the Restore headquarters, Love Does, with Henry from Uganda and with Bob Goff. And we want to tell a little bit about the story that formed the basis for the book that it just came out yesterday. So Bob, if you could tell us how you ended up in Uganda at a juvenile prison where you and Henry first met in 2009 in September.
Yeah, first of all, this is blowing my mind that you're here. This is good, that having these guys together. And I don't know where it started. I think it started like this. We found out there's a bunch of young men that were stuck in a jail outside this city called Masindi. And I was going to go visit with some other people, and I was just talking about the stuff that was going on. I said, we found these young men, and they're stuck in this jail, and we just got to get some justice to them. And Henry was one of those guys. And he's actually kind of the leader of the pack. He looks like a really mild guy, but he's the guy that was calling the shots for all these, just actually organizing their educations. It was crazy within the walls of the jail. Well, that's where Jim and I intersected. He was at this thing, I was talking, and I don't know how God does that, but it sometimes clicks for people, and I don't know. Yeah. What happened?
Well, Bob was speaking at the National Conference of Christian Legal Society, talking about this prison in Uganda where these kids had been arrested, but were waiting for trial. They had no lawyers, they had no trial date, they had no representation. And so a few of us Pepperdine folks got together and teamed up with Restore International and went out there. And I met Henry in January of 2010. And as Bob said, he was the Prime Minister of the internal prison government, taking care of the kids, waiting for their day in court. And so with the partnership between Pepperdine and Restore, we prepared all these cases for trial. And over the course of the next several weeks, almost all the prisoners were released. One of the prisoners, though, had a very difficult situation, Henry, where things went the wrong direction. So I got out on a plane and went back to Uganda, worked with Restore again, and prepared his case for appeal. And so over the course of this time, Henry was waiting 2 years from the time of arrest until the time he was released. And when he got released, guess where he was sent? To the Restore Leadership Academy, where he became one of Restore's finest students, graduating in November of 2011, after which he went and got his A-levels degree, and now he is in medical school in Uganda. And not only is he going to be a doctor, but he's an author, a co-author of this book we wrote together called Divine Collision, which tells the story of how God collided our lives in ways that neither of us expected. With Bob Goff as the writing the foreword, it all comes down to following God's call to serve. And Bob was the great example that started this whole thing going. And so Henry was ultimately exonerated from all charges and now is on a tour of the United States with me to talk about the book and to talk about what it means to follow God and to trust in Him even in the darkest and most difficult times. So we came to Restore to celebrate, to reunite Bob and Henry after all of these years, and to talk about a Restore graduate who was in prison and then went to Restore and now is going to medical school and has co-written a book. And so we're thrilled at the opportunity to share our story. We would love the opportunity to share that story with you. It's in bookstores, wherever books are sold. It's on Amazon. And we would love for you to have the opportunity to see what it's like to follow God and to try to serve in ways that are completely unexpected if you just say yes. You read Love Does, it's all about saying yes.
You know, when I see what happened between Jim and Henry and so many other people, it makes me think of the power of just connecting with people and finding somebody who's hurting and then saying, I'm in. I'm just going to do my piece of that. And so I've just been amazed watching these guys blow their trees, go to medical school. That's nuts. But so who's in your life? Who are you going to do that to? Who's right around the bend? Could you need a nudge? And just read stuff from people that have done that before. And then I thought it'll resonate with you. And you'll start thinking, what's my piece in someone else's life? So, all right, way to go.
Yeah, Henry, you want to say something to the camera?
Okay, actually, I'm grateful to be in the U.S. And I really thank God for having answered my prayers. All along, I have been in the prison previous years, but now I'm free. I'm now looking forward to become a doctor. And now I'm really enjoying now life the way even I never expected. Thank God, a great deal.
Amen. Remember, love does. God bless you all.